find those trebles as you can, as the song always says. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, Goglings, Gogorifics, Goglinites, Gog types, Goggers, Gog peoples, Goggles. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone is doing well and is looking forward to a Tuesday stream. Welcome to episode 211 of Pen and Pixels. I am your host, Arvin Eleron. This is the show that we do every Tuesday here on GOG.com's Twitch channel from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern that focuses on story and narrative in video games. And at the moment, we are focusing on The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt as I continue to play through something which I played first a long time ago and then came back to about 4 years later, starting last week as I was kind of beginning to learn what I was doing and getting back into it. So, but I hope everyone is looking forward to the stream today as much as I am, and it is lovely to see all of you wonderful people today, including, of course, Echo Alpha X5, etc. Before we get any further into the stream, just a couple of reminders about ways to support us here. If you haven't done so already, please follow us here on GOG.com. Please subscribe to us here at GOG.com. You can get some of those just like that. Just on cue. Thank you so much, Lone Wolf. 1 month off from being a Gogling. Exactly. Well, you're a Gogling in training, at least, Lone Wolf, right? Just like Lone Wolf, you too can become a loyal member of the Gogling community, of the DRM free community, and get a lot of awesome emotes and custom sub badges and all that kind of good stuff. Thanks, Lone Wolf. Appreciate that very much. And lastly, certainly not least, if you haven't done so already, please consider clicking through and checking out and subscribing and supporting us on our individual channels if you can, as well as Lone Wolf has also been kind enough to do, because all of that helps us individually, as there are many of us here trying to provide entertainment for you on a regular basis. I'm going to be with you until 7 p.m. Eastern, at which point I will give way to Mr. Blackheart, who is going to be playing more of The Messenger. He'll be with you for a few hours after that. At 9 p.m. Eastern, so you should stick around for a couple hours at the bare minimum, because he's an awesome streamer. You should watch him play. But at 9 p.m. Eastern, I'll be back over on my channel with a special Our Vocalist, my voice team, continued playthrough of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, happening a little earlier in the month than it usually does because of scheduling concerns. So that is going to be happening today. And in case people are curious, it looks right now as if the next D&D with GOG session is going to be happening in 2 weeks. So it'll be February 18th from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern. Just waiting to hear from one player to confirm. But other than that, it looks like we're in good shape. So that'll be happening in 2 weeks. And then other than that, it will be, of course, The Witcher sort of sandwiched around that as we continue to play through. So that's going to be good stuff. I am very excited about that session, about those campaigns, and all that kind of good business. Also, I have something else that I want to share with you folks today. Actually, two things. But before I do that, I will do this. There we go. Hi, everyone. Good to see you all. Welcome, welcome. As you will see, I am currently wearing, in accordance with the prophecy, I'm currently wearing my 10 years GOG.com shirt that they were kind enough to send me. So thank you to the GOG.com folks for doing that. Look, it's me. I'm here. So two things that I want to share with you folks. The first is that I got today a number of parts thanks to my mod and viewer who regularly watches on here, actually, Dragonspear. And Dragonspear is a computer expert, and so he has helped me assemble a gaming PC build because I am taking a step forward into the wild world. After 8 years of streaming on Twitch almost, I am taking a step forward into the wild world of 2 PC streaming. So I'm going to be keeping this one that I'm using right now is going to be my streaming PC, but I'm going to be offloading the video game play onto a gaming PC. I probably won't have to do this for my tabletop stuff because that doesn't, put much of a strain on the computer. But when we're talking about the new stuff, especially when we're talking about brand new games, like I'm thinking as, Cyberpunk comes closer to happening, or more DLCs for The Witcher. There will be a Witcher 4 eventually, some of these other games. I just don't want a situation where the computer is having to record and also stream, and also it's just, this streaming computer now is almost 4 years old. It's still a good computer with a good 1060, which is a solid card, and all that, and it's got a good i5 in it, but it's too much basically without starting it chugging. And the end result is that there have been a couple of games that I basically had to play on a console when I was playing on my own channel, so as to keep it from not looking like not very good for you folks who are watching it at home. So I'm going to be doing that. I got a bunch of parts in that today, and I should be getting the rest of them later this week and early next week. So the hope is that I'm going to have this ready to go by the end of February. In all likelihood, I have a lot of conference travel coming up. I'm presenting on panels and doing readings at Boscone in Boston, not this weekend, but next weekend. And then the weekend after that, I'm going to be at Farpoint in Baltimore. So between those things and my school semester and other writing projects and family time, I don't know that I'm going to have time to build it before that. But by the end of the month, I think it's pretty safe to say that I'll have it finished by then, and then I will be having that gaming PC. So that will hopefully help alleviate any conceivable issues with future games that I'm going to want to play on here for all of you lovely folks. So that was the first thing I wanted to say. Second thing I wanted to mention, and this is just because we were talking a little bit about this off stream, and I wanted to talk just a little bit about GOG Galaxy, because I don't know whether anyone's had a chance now to be part of the to do the open beta with GOG Galaxy 2.0. But I got to say, I literally just used this during my last stream, and I am impressed, actually, because I was a little nervous about having the one aggregator for all things everywhere. But I got to be honest, it handled things better than I thought it was going to, and in fact, seamlessly. So I wanted to share this with you very quickly. So just give me 1 second here. I am going to, let's see, I want you to be over there. Okay. And I want you to do this. So for those of you who are not using it yet, I wanted you to see this. I also want to say, this is nobody asked me to do this. Nobody said, hey, Arv, can you please do? Nobody asked us, asked me to do that. I just felt like it because I thought it was really cool, and I wanted to kind of share it because I was like, damn, this is kind of cool. So what you're looking at now, in covering over my face, what you were looking at, not that, what you were looking at now, there we go, is GOG Galaxy 2.0. So the thing that's cool about this is the previous versions of GOG Galaxy basically launched your own games that belonged to GOG. And they also allowed you to use cloud saves. They also allowed you to keep games more easily up to date. You never have to use these. You could just use individual games. And for a long time, that's all I did. But there came a point where I was just like, I'm kind of tired of doing this. And as you can see for yourselves, in fact, let me bring this down here for a second. As you can probably see, I want to make sure that I'm not blocking myself out as I'm talking to you, but as you can probably see, I now have here, in fact, I'll just block off you don't need to see my face for a second. I've got 277 games between various platforms. Now, some of these are platforms that I had that existed before the existence of the lovely GOG.com place, right? This is before I was streaming for GOG. I actually used to get, when GOG was just Good Old Games, I used to get Heroes of Might and Magic and, games like that I would get there, right? But then later on, I wanted to get other games. I wanted to get games that were not available on GOG. So I've got the terrible, the unmentionable rival, other platform. And occasionally there were games which you couldn't get in any other way. For instance, thank you so much for the follow, whoever that was. Thank you, Mr. Easy, for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome. And so earlier today, I was playing a game called Operencia, which is only available at the moment on Epic, but I hope is going to be coming to other platforms soon. But I don't want to talk about that because this is GOG. What I want to talk about is the fact that what this does is basically aggregate your games together, and it allows you to filter it. So here are all my games that exist on my computer that I have installed. That I possess in my libraries between the unmentionable thing, Epic, and GOG.com, right? Let's say I want to just have the installed games. I can click on that, and now these are all the games that are installed. And some of you will note Return to the Obra Dinn, which I played here last week. Thank you, Lone Wolf. We have, of course, Pool of Radiance, which I got from GOG.com, Disco Elysium here. We've got, Blade Runner, which I played here a few weeks ago. So these are the things like that, right? And of course, The Witcher 3, which I'm going to be playing in a little bit. But let's say that I want to do that, but I also want to just have the available games which are installed, which are GOG.com. I can click this up here. I go down to this and click on GOG.com. And now the only thing that's showing is games that are bought through GOG.com that are installed through GOG.com that I have on my computer. So now I've got installed GOG.com connected games, which are right now Blade Runner, Darkest Dungeon, Disco Elysium, Heroes 3 of Might and Magic Complete, Lands of Lore, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, Never Alone Arctic Collection, Pool of Radiance, Return of the Obra Dinn, Serious Sam, Star Wars Battlefront, and of course our aforementioned Witcher Wild 3 Hunt. So you really can sort this in a lot of different ways. And if you're anything like most people that I know, even if you don't have 1,000 games or whatever, and I know some people who have tons of this, I've got more games than, probably the average everyday computer user. I think 277 is a healthy number. And there's a few which aren't going to be in there because they don't fit in any aggregator at all. But the reality is I don't have thousands, but even if you had that many, you could do these things along those lines. Moreover, even games that are not actually even games that are not from GOG.com, you can launch from this launcher and they will maintain not only the time played, but even the achievements, the sort of platform-specific achievements. I'm not going to show you a Rivals game right now because, again, I feel like that probably wouldn't be appropriate. But this thing that you can see when you click on here and you say, okay, here's The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, Game of the Year Edition, and you can see how much has been played and whatever else. If I were doing this with my Steam version of this that I had before I got GOG.com, it would show you those numbers. If I were showing you, if it was the Epic thing, Operencia, it would show you those numbers and achievements on those. And of course, it does cloud saves, etc. So it really is kind of a one-stop shop and is pretty effective at giving you most of the stuff you need. And of course, you can keep it updated through here and so on. So, to me, I think there were games that back in the day, I wasn't necessarily going to go right to GOG Galaxy when it first came out because I didn't know what to make of it. And then when I got GOG Galaxy 1, I'm like, well, but this is good for now. So I kind of casually got brought in. But there's really, at this point, very little reason not to get involved in GOG Galaxy 2, to sign up for the open beta, and then eventually be there and ready for when the thing goes live. Because you can install it. It will basically overwrite a lot of GOG Galaxy 1. And I don't know, I just thought it was cool. Like, I was kind of surprised that it worked as well as it did. I thought it was going to be one of these deals where I was going to be like, oh yeah, well, okay, GOG's got this thing and that's cool because I like GOG. But this actually really is helpful. And having just one place, now you do have to have the launchers for the other platforms on your computer. So you do need to have, if you're using it for the unmentionable rival, you do need to have that from company, which rhymes with Valve. You do need to have that launcher, right? If you have the one for Epic Games Store, you do need to have that launcher. But once you have them on there and installed, then this will handle pretty much everything else. And I know that because I just did this last time, in the last few hours, playing this game Operencia, and I was able to click on it and it fired it right up and it opened the Epic Games launcher and went from right there. So it was cool. I like the fact that it sort of aggregated those things together. Also, if you decide that you want to separate them, all you have to do is disconnect them once. There's like a one-click button basically, and it will immediately unpublish from the servers all of your games that are listed under as belonging to you for that separate platform. So it's real easy to kind of unextricate yourself in the same way. So, right, and you can save it as a new item bookmark. Right, exactly, that's right too. If you wanted to just have GOG.com installed, you could also save that and put that on the left side also. Yeah, so I dig it. I'm exactly Juice4. I like it. I really think it's cool. And again, maybe just for me, because I do travel a fair bit, and I obviously do some streaming on the road. Many of you have seen me do some streams on the road of Pathfinder Kingmaker and, of course, D&D with GOG and other stuff like that. It's really helpful, especially on the video game side, to have save games that I can do through a cloud save and have everything come through a one-stop shop, instead of having to say, okay, so I've got to install GOG, I've got to install Epic, I've got to install the rival that's unmentionable, I've got to install Uplay, I've got to install Origin, right? All of those can actually be synced up so that you can get all of them. And all the ones that I just mentioned, Origin, Uplay, Epic, and the aforementioned cannot be mentioned, the platform that will not be named, that has to be put in there also. So it's cool. I dig it. So this is, again, totally impromptu. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because I thought it was neat. And if you haven't tried it, I think you should give it a try. So, but what we're going to do right now is giving a try something else, and that is playing The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt as we get back into this game, which I was just starting to pick up again as we close down at the end of our last session. And so we will do even more of that as time goes on. And so let's do it. Okay. And now we shall see if it works. I have pressed play. It is beginning. Okay, don't need that. Lovely. Ba, ba. Excuse me, I'm just going to sit here for a minute while we listen to this. This theme, honestly, there are two themes that I would like to imagine sort of badassedly walking down the street to. This is one of them. The Mandalorian theme is the other. Now, the Mandalorian is freaking tremendous, but this is also great. Get ready for it, then. I love it. Oh, man. So good. So, yeah, definitely. I'm a fan of this theme. All right. Where were we? We were right here. 712, the Lord of Unvik. And actually, I need to delete some of these. I don't need all of these, do I? Autosave, checkpoint, autosave, autosave, quick save. Oh, I have fewer than I thought I did, actually. I do have to eventually come back through some of these.
As Yennefer of Vengerberg told it, there had been a magic explosion in Skellige. Related to series
Hello, Marworks.
appearance, it had destroyed a
Absolutely,
vast swath of
Stalio.
forest. Geralt set out
Yes,
to the island to
badassedly.
join the Source
That
of
is,
Power, seek further
having the
clues of
condition...
Ciri's whereabouts.
Because you're not just walking, you're
Druid
walking
Ermin,
badassedly.
however, had no
As
intention
in,
of letting
with the
Yennefer
condition of being a
examine the
badass.
place. So Geralt and Yen sought out Jarl Krakon Krayt, who helped break down the Druid's resolve.
Okay. Right, I just got this dude. That's right, I just got Folan. Right? And we are going to be crossing the lake. What are we doing here? We're crossing the lake, and we're trying to find Hjalmar. So, let's see. So, we're going to cross the lake and then go from there. Right. I remember. Thank you, Worst Bane. I hope you are not the worst, Bane. Okay. Lord of Unvik, Lord of Unvik. Alright. Let's get down there. Cross the lake by leaping into it. Will I survive that? Probably not. Ooh, careful. Let's not slip down to death. You ate so much sushi. Can't blame you for doing that. Sushi's definitely... Oh, there you are. Fulton's like, I must go through normal paths. What's up, Lovecraft? Oh, it's telling me I can... GOG Galaxy is telling me I can stream The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt to my friends. I don't know, though. I feel like that's a big step. Don't you guys think? I don't know if it's a good idea to start streaming my games. Like, I feel like... I don't know. I don't think... Like, people talk about this Twitch thing. I don't think that's going to take off. You know? I mean, really. Whoa, what? Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly. You never know what kind of weirdos it invites in. Exactly. I don't... A little... What? What is this? Am I... Follow the boat trail using your Witcher sensors. Oh, am I supposed to be going the other way? Would you just hit? Fulton. Okay. You knock yourself out, Fulton. I'm just gonna go over here. Fulton hits Wraith for what? I think he's got sick of being hit. Ow. Alright. You good there, Fulton? Nice. You happy that we aggroed that dude? Feeling better about yourself and your world? That's very true. Okay, so, but I have a question though. I'm a little confused about what this is. So, there's the boat. Am I supposed to follow it from here up? Because I'm not getting an examine little thing. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh, hey. Let's grab that.
Yolmar's man bled to death while trying to escape. Wonder what happened to his cohorts.
Probably where they landed. Yeah, I find the tracking on this quest is a little janky, frankly. Uh-huh. Over here.
Signs of a battle.
Signs of a battle. Alright. What? Okay. Alright, let's, Right. Okay. Okay. Right. Wait, is this the thing? Is this the... This isn't the archer, is it? Because I've seen this archer like 65 freaking times. Okay. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Alright, first of all, I'm getting text message, or not text messages, I'm getting messages from one of these platforms, and that is not going to fly. I do not want these messages, Sam I am. I do not want them in a bus. I do not want them from friend Gus. Okay. There we go. Basically don't want you to ever tell me anything. Ever. Okay, good. Lovely. Okay. Right. So... Is this... See... Oh, alright.
Need to find another way.
Find another way. And I'm guessing the way is this way. Perfectly safe. Hey, what's up, Arborite? I hope I'm friendly one.
It's deep enough. Shouldn't hit bottom.
Oh, they want me diving in the... Oh. A little higher. Whoops. See ya. Okay. I like how he has no commentary about any of that. Going pretty well, going pretty well. I'm just in the process of getting back into this game after not having played for a long time. First started playing it again after a long time off from it, like 4 years actually, last week. So, the process of getting back into it. My current position. Save that. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those ones that I was enjoying it, but then I played like 75 hours of it, and my viewers were like, alright, so, good stuff, and you've only got 75 hours. Well, it's good stuff, and you've only got 75 hours left to go. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, you're about halfway through. And I'm like, and I'm done. Because, don't get me wrong, loving the game. As a variety streamer, I can't be playing one game for 150 consecutive hours. I need other things that I play. I just didn't realize it was going to take this long of a break from it, and so now oh god. I was worried about that when I got down that narrow area. I'm like, I don't know why. So I have only played Witcher 3, but we are, there have been people playing Witcher 1 and Witcher 2. Saber right now, Dark Saber 2K, a fellow GOG streamer, is playing Witcher 1 right now. It's up to what people think about it. I mean, I personally think that Witcher 3 is clearly better in most respects than those other games. It's nothing against those other games, but...
That probably went flying.
But just, you know, that's my take on it, is I think the game's great, but... I mean, the series is great, but I just think this is so much better. So I think if it were me, I would say this is a good game to start with. But, again, reasonable people can disagree. Let's look at all this gold. I have not touched the excellent DLC. I have not.
Sliced her up. 2 men, looks like.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is too, now that you have the Game of the Year edition,
2 men, looks like.
the Game of the Year edition, which has the DLCs in it, because I haven't touched the DLC. You're quite right. Wait, what's going on? Folan, what the? But I think now that this edition is available,
Hjalmar lost a lot of men.
I think it's reasonable to go for this one, but. And it's not just the graphics, it's also...
coming with us.
Except you're fighting down there. It's also the gameplay, right? I mean, the gameplay of this, the combat and everything is very smooth. And I've been watching Saber playing. I mean, it's nothing against those other games, but just... It's so, like... The combat and everything is so well handled here in general, and... So... But again, just my opinion. Whoa, what the freak is that? Yeah, so, yeah, same. So do I. I remember that well, too. Alright. Oh, darn it. No one else? Okay. Lovely. It's a tree with birdies. That is a description of it, yes. This is creepy. Okay. Oops. Felon is down, apparently dealing with, whoops. No. Apparently Felon has decided that he's going to... Get up there. That he's just going to hang out.
Shot half a quiver into her.
I'm hoping he just rubber bands back to me eventually. Really awesome. I feel like I'm in some weird combination of The Witcher and Minecraft. That's blocked? No, it's not blocked. Haha! Far from it. Oh crap. Forgot about that. Yep. What a lovely mine. No idea if I'm even going the right way, but Tracker's gauntlets. I mean, I'm sure finding a whole bunch of stuff. I got armor and diagrams and crafting stuff for days. It's unfortunate that I don't particularly care for crafting. Hey, what's up? Oh, what? God damn it. What? More like it, jeez. Shank him. What's up, Loveless?
Split her in two.
Split her in two. I like these little detective sections. Right now, Folan's just kind of like... I have this image of him just... He's just downstairs. Oh, shoot.
Two.
I have this image of him just being downstairs right now. Just like... As I'm just already past. Aha. It's fast travel. Yes. Okay, I'm not going to fast travel. I'm just glad that I got a fast travel. Hey, Folan! Where you been? Where you been all my life? Good job, man. How you doing? How was it down there? You alright? No, you don't need to be ashamed. It's alright. Listen, it's okay. I don't understand. No, look, sometimes things happen. Look, no, you don't have to turn your head in shame. There's no reason for... Look. You don't... Howdy, Witcher. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much, Lobos. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen. Queens. No, I'm just kidding. That is pretty badass, though. Yup. Okay. So... Now see, if this were Jedi Fallen Order, right now I'd be doing a wall run along that. But it is not.
Oh, gods. Near 20 of them. But no Yalmar.
This is going to be a joy. Out of the way. Fulton! Okay. Fulton is like... Fulton's like, you got this? How you doing? You alright? Everything okay? I'm here to help. I will assist you by standing there and watching as you fight like an certified badass. There are strong and weaker attacks, although I have it queued mostly to just the way that I like to. Oh my god, I hadn't. Oh god, I had not actually looked up and seen. Okay, here I'll show you under the controls here. Nope. Key bindings. Nope. There we go. So you've got fast attack. There's actually a strong attack as well, which I don't have queued in because I just don't, for me, it's too slow. Witcher Senses is right, parry counterattack is right if something's on you, and then casting sign is Q, and you use the mouse scroll wheel to go between them. You can dodge. I do a lot more rolling than dodging, but you can dodge with, and in my case I'm using keyboard, so Alt. I used to be very down on controllers for these games. I could see myself getting closer to the point where I might want to use controller at some point, but yeah. Right, exactly. It's very much more, I mean, in that regard, I'm not saying that the combat is similar in any other respect, but it's a little Dark Souls-y in that way, in that, you know, you can theoretically beat anything with any style, right? And that's saying a lot for me since I am not a big fan of Dark Souls. But... Yep. My pleasure. Locked. Really? I can't break through that? Well, crap. From the other side of the wall. Okay. Aha. Okay. Those are big-ass tracks. This way. A true looter. It's about practicality, right? We went down here. We went up and around, maybe? What the f... Abominable snowman? What's up, Kilobyte? Not what I said. Alright. Oh! Foldman, goddammit. Don't sneak up on me. Come on, man. Working together here. Well, we'll see, Kilobyte. We'll see. I may give it the old college try. This is... Okay, I don't understand. Sometimes the tracking in this is irritating to me because I'm like, okay, and then this. And then what? There's nothing to examine. It's just here. Okay. I don't... Right. Then we're here. And we're up this way. This is... Yeah, I'm going... I mean, I'm going the wrong way, but... Oh my god. I feel like... I don't... I really do not fully understand what I'm looking for now. Like... I mean, I see the tracks, so like... But now I'm going the... Okay. Wait a minute. All right, I went here before. How do I get up there, though? Maybe can I go down and around? Well, I was trying to track where it was going to, but then that didn't seem to... I know I saw those over there somewhere. Ah! Okay.
Need to find another way.
The way to what? Talking about? Other way here? I am not understanding where I'm going. That's not gonna work. No, it's not right. Okay. Whoa. Heard something. Okay, yes. I guess if I just... If I go this way and down... Whoa! Alright, we found him. Found somebody. Not a good place to be. Ha! Suck it. Hjalmar, I assume.
Fallen! I was sure you died. Where have you been?
Ceres has gone to Speakerog, alone. Couldn't wait, no. Had to sneak off, as if you were afeard someone would steal the giant out from under you.
Ceres! She staked a claim to the throne then. And you'd have rather gone with her.
I'd have liked to have the choice.
Wait! Still need to thank you, Geralt of Rivia. I'll never forget you came to my aid.
You know me?
Our bards sing ballads about you. And my father told me of your adventures when I was a lad. I remember it well. You needn't be a witcher to be a hero. Cold water and a salty breeze. Those are a Skellige lad's potions.
So that ballad about the Witcher and the Sorceress, that's you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the rest of your crew?
Fought our way through a swarm of sirens to get here. Only a handful of us left after that battle. Now we're but 3. The sirens tore Leif up good. We should see to his wounds.
He's dead.
What? Nah, he's just unconscious. Lost a bit of blood.
He's dead.
He looks great.
Trust me.
Swore he'd sink his blade into the giant's heart. Swore it on the bones of his ancestors. Coming with me?
Stupid question.
Join us, Geralt.
So now we're going to the Giant's Lair, huh? We do anything. We're going to fast travel, people.
I'll wait at the cave entrance.
I'll make sure that madman don't run at the giant all alone.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to the Giant's Lair, huh? He's just sleeping. He's just resting his eyes. Welcome back, Coven. What's up, man? Alright. So...
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. It's gonna follow these guys. Jock, 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 jock. Jock, 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 jock. Where's Roach? Well, I could get him, but right now if I get him, I'm gonna outpace these guys, so... He doesn't like Islands with Giants, so he stayed home. Here we are.
Geralt, help me smash that. We're sure to reach the giant's cave this way.
Cave
I'll cover
smashing
you.
montage.
Position myself so as to keep the giant in sight.
Okay. How about we just hang on a second here while I save this game here, alright? Yeah, you can see the last time I played before was July 8th, 2015. 4.5 years later. Okay.
Getting colder. Gotta be close.
Great.
Careful now. One odd step and you can wake him.
Look at Geralt's like,
Hey, quick! Let me out before he wakes!
Key should be around here somewhere.
Wait. Know what they call Viggy? The loon. For good reason, too. Best he stay in there till we finish with the giant.
What? You out of your bloody mind, Uncrate?
I thought he was your comrade.
He is. Which is how I know what he's like to do.
All right. Guess you should stay in the cage then.
What? I'll not forget this, Uncrate. You want all the glory to yourself? Let me out right now!
okay. This is going to be a joy. Alright, it's time for Witcher 3 stealth, people. Wait a minute. I want to find exactly what controls. I want to remember exactly what it is that allows me to walk. Okay, left control.
No closer, he's mine!
Thank you, Nonstop, for the sub.
The Whoreson's mine!
Shut up, you idiot.
Whoa. Okay. Igni, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Igni. He's using a ship anchor's flail. Oh boy. Get out of the way, you moron. Oh, God.
Viggy. Poor bugger.
Shouldn't blame yourself. We never knew with Viggy. Might have rushed at the giant bare-fisted as soon as he was out.
And that might have spelled death for us all. Thanks for your help, White Wolf. Geralt the Giant Slayer. I'll make sure the Skald said it in song.
Thank you, Nonstop. Yeah.
Sure sounds better than the Butcher of Blaviken. So be it.
Let's get out of here.
Want to look around some more?
In that case, I'll meet you on the beach, near the port.
Nice. Yep. And guess who's... I saw Ice Giant, and I'm like, I bet that's gonna go pretty well. Mastercrafted silver sword. And also... yeah, I love Igni. I'm a huge fan of Igni. Where was I? Okay. All right. So, first of all, let me save it. That fight went very well. Very well. So, I am going to save that. All right. And then, I want to see about this mastercrafted silver sword. It's not going to be as good as this, I bet. Nope. Yeah, because the burning and all this stuff. Yeah. Yep. Good stuff. All right. All right, that means I can tell the dude with the ship that he's free. Our boy back at the ship, who likes to talk to his crew. Key to Viggy's cage. A little late for that, but I mean, the problem was I just couldn't trust that dude. More of an Axie fan. That's my secondary one. It's Igni and then Axie are the two. The problem with Quen, which I use sometimes, but the problem with Quen is I just like, it's useful in certain fights to just throw it up there, but then, you know, as it's like not something. I guess the reflect damage is useful, but I like to not get hit in the first place. So Ice Giant towards the Storm King, I know, right? I mean, this guy, also in fairness, this dude is not that much of a giant. I mean, what is he like? Geralt's probably, what, 6 feet? So he's like, maybe 12 feet. But you know, giant, you're talking 15, 20 feet. You couldn't have saved Viggy anyway. Yeah, I mean, I felt like this dude was probably... Where is his cage, anyway? Is that what used to be his cage? What used to be his cage? And also, if he had just kept his mouth shut, we could have killed the Ice Giant without a fight, and then he wouldn't be dead, so... His cage was destroyed? Oh, okay, well... Alright, good. Alright, let's take a look and see what we got. So, that was a nice little side quest. I am level 22. I may do... Thinking about the possibility of possession. Yes, I wanted to do possession. These ones I'm not... Yeah, this is all... I'm not going to do these contracts right now. Don't really care about the stupid treasure hunts. Yeah, this doesn't really interest... Treasure hunts don't interest me. So... We're looking at possession, and then back to the main quest. So, according to the latest God of War, giants are human-sized. The anchor was wedged in the cage, so that's why. Okay, I see. Well, I mean, you know, since since mythologies like this always come from truth, there is no question that. There's no question that there were giants, in quotes, which would have just seen like very large humans, basically, right? So it's reasonable to believe that in real life that's what would be close. It's one of the things that I like about The Witcher, is that The Witcher mixes actual, you know, creatures, dragons, sirens, harpies, actual mythological creatures, with you know, mythologies. Sort of explanations as to why. Oh, I could have gotten in that. That was why it wasn't letting me in there. Into sort of plausible stories that sound like the same thing, but are not the same thing. So, you know, why do we call him a giant? Because he's a very tall dude, and because he raised goats, and he was kind of a hermit, and so people thought of him as crazy, and so he was a giant, right? And so that's how these things end up happening, is that it mixes together the reality of the situation with the mythology of it. Okay, also, I would love to know how to get out of here. Can I get up this way? Aha. But hello. Guess not. Look at that. How beautiful is that right there? All right. Fast travel all the way there to Svorlag. Okay, good. Lovely. So, we want to get there. So he defeats a giant, but he can't take an slightly extra jump without like, really? Okay. You say so, game. I call shenanigans, but gravity must be open. Well, I mean, but like, he's the Witcher. Like, this should not be a problem. Just be like, oh, okay. You know, like, save it out there. See, that was fine, but an inch long, you know, like a couple inches higher, and it's just like, Hurr! This reminds me of Skyrim, actually. Well, I mean, like, he's the Witcher. I feel like he should be immune from gravity. At least he should be somewhat, like, you know, somewhat protected from it, right? Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Thank you for the follow, the Mamavox. Welcome to GOG. Where is it? Okay, good. I'm right on line with it, actually. Oh, whoa. Some nails. What? Fire. Alright, fast travel time. Exactly. The school of I'm an awesome Witcher should offer that. 9.5 feet tall. See, yeah, that you know, which would be giant size. I mean, Yao Ming is what, 7'6"? Something like that? So.
Got me eye on you.
Got me eye on you.
For a visit.
It was an honor to host on Fate's daughter.
Did you come for a reason? Or just a visit?
All right. Now, let me see if I can actually remember. See if I can actually remember what the hell this quest is about. Right. Okay, concern filled Crake's voice, and something else. Pride? The Jarl had told Geralt assault during King Bran's wake to confess his worries about his daughter, Cerys. She had sailed to Spikerogue, seeking to curl Jarl Ulderic's mysterious affliction. A dangerous mission, though one that would certainly be less so with a Witcher's help. Geralt eyed his old friend over carefully, then made his decision. Alright, so I'm trying to find Cerys. All these C's, I'm trying to find Ciri, I'm trying to find Cerys. Trying to find these people all the time. When you're a Witcher, you don't just walk through the door, all right? When you're a Witcher, you're like, pow! I'm Batman. Hello, I'm a Witcher, and I'm looking for some food for the night. It's a perspective thing, you mean? Yes. He looks tall, but only from a distance.
We'll be done in a moment.
No, you won't.
And then a giant sea snake swam up and bit my arm off. The gods have spoken. A sacrifice is needed.
To my mind, it's about you defeating a snake, Jarl.
No, they demand a sacrifice. I'm sure of it. It's time.
We must wait for a clearer sign. At least till your next dreaming.
I don't need no more signs.
Looking for Cerys. Heard she stayed here.
Oncrate's daughter. Aye, she was here.
Where is she now?
What?
Cerys. Where's Cerys?
Dunno. Enough of the questions.
Oh, thank you.
I say something wrong?
You must forgive the Jarl. Hasn't been feeling well of late.
Is he sick? He didn't seem quite right during Crach's feast, but...
Forgive me. I must go to him.
Where's Cerys? I've got to find her.
I don't know. Ask around.
Great.
This is some garbage. This is a sacrifice that's happening.
Storm caught us in Ald's Bay. Aye, like it were yesterday. Off the
All right, wait a minute. Let's take a look at this, shall we?
here drive.
Let's look at these characters. Irinias, I hope that's how it's pronounced. A merchant once told me I reminded him of Irinia. Naturally, I immediately teleported into one of their nests so he could see for himself how ill-fitting a comparison it was. Lida Ned, the sorceress also known as Coral. Hard as it is to imagine, the Irinias found in Skellige are even more repulsive and dangerous than harpies, their close relatives. Though well-rotten carrion is their food of choice, they will not turn up their noses at fresh meat, man-flesh included. Alright. That's great. But what I'm looking for here is actually characters. There we go. It's my humble opinion that the most one can learn from staring at the innards of a gutted animal is whether the poor beast was infested with parasites. Nevertheless, Hjort, like many other druids of Skellige, placed a great deal of trust in both haruspicy and chiromancy, and wonderomancy as well, though that's more understandable, dreams being the royal root to one's soul. Word was that he commanded a great deal of respect and esteem amongst his fellow practitioners, having more than once accurately prophesied the future and interpreted the meanings of obtuse dreams. This druid was devoted to Clan Brakvar with all his heart, and his knowledge and ability made him an excellent advisor, one in whom the Jarl of Spikerogue, Udalric of Clan Brakvar, placed a great deal of trust. Hjord had tried to alleviate the suffering brought on by his Jarl's strange condition, but despite his efforts, no progress was made in stopping the decline in Udalric's mental health. I did. I put most of my skill points in Igni, yeah. I just really wanted to try it. I was basically just, I had this image of just fire. And I also put some decent amounts into Axii, but I did a lot with Igni. I also like the fact that Igni allows you to hit things like the sirens before. Not at distant range, but a little bit of range, so it's a good opener. Fire plus follow-up with a sword means a lot of good things can happen, so. I am pleased with it so far. Geralt's private talk with Jarl confirmed the rumors. Udalric was convinced the gods spoke to him, sending him prophetic dreams and demanding he make sacrifices. Vigny the Loon. Viggy, sorry. Even for Skelligers who value courage above all else, Viggy's fearlessness went far beyond the pale of bravery, deep into the realm of suicidal madness. This Clan Dodaric warrior had strived to earn the right to be called Viggy the Unfearing. Instead, his actions earned him the nickname Viggy the Loon, and it seemed this outcome suited him just fine. It was Viggy who, craving glory and wanting to save his home isle from the Ice Giant, had convinced Hjalmar to brave the journey to Undvik. Many of their crew were killed during this expedition, and Viggy himself wound up a prisoner in the Ice Giant's cave. Sadly, that cave became his tomb and sepulchre. When awakened, the cult giant crushed it with one blow, putting an abrupt end to Viggy's lunacy. Tyromancy, the only science more accurate than math. You did a lot of combat? Yeah.
Udalric dove in the waves and saved them.
Twas the gods directed
Quest possession.
Said their voice commanded them to dive into the maelstrom.
Alright, so... let's see. Ask about Ceres in the village.
Too bad they didn't protect him from harm. Cut his shoulder to the bone.
You know where she is?
Greetings.
Something I've
Drink last night too.
What do you witchers do once there are no
This is
babelisks to
Skellige!
question? Witcher, eh?
Oop.
Stop your hollering. You're pale. You drink last night too?
Viggy's Vigo, the scourge of Carpathia, the sorrow of Moldavia. Yes. Yes, it would have said something different. Although I don't know if he would have been destroyed. I mean, like, someone said that he would have been killed anyway, so maybe even if I hadn't released him, something else would have happened,
Pardon,
but...
I'm looking...
Busy here, can't you see?
Greetings.
Ha! Nary a soul for months. Then one day guests from afar start dropping like rain in springtime. You weary traveller? Hungry?
Looking for Ceres, Jarl on Crate's daughter.
Ah, you've found her. Or near to. Lass was just here.
Know where she might have gone?
Took an interest in our Jarl. Asked about his childhood. So I told her to see Beg Thora and Eirik.
Who are Big Thor and Eirik?
Who are Bergthora and Eirik?
Years ago, Eirik was close with the old Jarl. Was the Jarl that helped him win Beg Thora's hand. They lived toward the east end of the village.
Take care.
Bless you. And my blessings to Ceres when you see her. If only Miss Sven could be a hero like that.
Let me talk to this person.
Sorry to interrupt.
You need something? Come, let's have a pint and a chat.
Let's have a chat. Let's have that hat.
Thanks, but I'm short on time. Looking for a girl named Ceres.
Crachan Crate's daughter. She was here, but I've not seen her away.
Take care.
Take care. Thanks for nothing.
Got me eye on you.
Do you?
Could you tell a trout from a char?
Aha. Bergthor, I assume.
Greetings. I'm looking for someone.
Lucky chap you are then. Truth be told, I'm taken, but village is brimming with lovely girls.
The pregnant pause. The consideration. The thoughts of the Witcher. Nope. Job. Work on the job.
I'm looking for Ceres.
The skinny thing. Lovely doe eyes, true, and she's from an honourable house. But the lass is gaunt as a sapling.
I don't know where she is, and her father...
Ugh, tell Crach to calm down. No Skellige lass can perish in her own isles. All right, she was here a few hours. Went to find me man Eirik. Needed to talk, she said. They should be on the beach, t'other side of the isle.
Thanks. Take care.
You sure
Good
she
luck
was just...
searching.
I mean, you sure she's just talking? Is that what we're calling it these days? Just talking. What's up, guard dog? Hey. Hi. Hi. Hi.
No black dog appears. Till Hjalmar split.
I mean, she just kept talking about how attractive all these women are, and so I'm like, well. Listen, man, I've seen things.
We serve her who is virgin, mother, and crone.
And I serve flames! Sorry, it was unnecessary. What? I wanted to loot that rabbit. I wanted some rabbit. Man. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I was like, oh yeah, she just went to see my man at night. With the thing, with the stuff. Like, I can't loot it. I'm trying. Can't loot it. I'm adding the Circle of Life into this. I'm 47, Marworks. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why do I do this stuff? Still a lad, I tell you. I hope so. That's what I like. That's the rumor. I hope that's true. I could actually get Roach for this, I guess. Wow. Is there a he's distinguished gentleman years old. Thank you, Kevin. Is there a screenshot function in GOG Galaxy? Does anyone know? Like there is in Steam? Because man, some of these. Yeah, no, I know I can do it with Windows. You don't know if Witcher 3 uses it? What is it, though, El Madden? Yeah, I know I can do it with Windows, but it's not like a big deal, but sometimes I like to just do the F12 sound from Steam. The unmentionable thing, I mean. Is it F12? Doesn't seem to be. Yeah, you're right. Maybe The Witcher doesn't use it. Oh boy. See ya.
Fucking Mudabra! Swarming like gulls around the waist heap. I be sure we showed them.
What is these hats?
We seem to remember you sitting on that rock crying for help.
But if not for me warning, you'd be herring bait about now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to do it.
And if not for me, you'd have sat on that rock till you died and rotted.
For the love of Freya, all right. Have it your way. You saved me, now what? What, need I march around the country singing in your praises?
No, just tell me where to find Ceres.
Must be daft. You helped me with the Sea Devils, but that don't mean I'm willing to gossip about Uncrate's daughter.
Think for a minute. If not for the Jarl, would I know to look for her here?
Ah, right. So it's like the Jarl himself sent you. Should have said so at the start. She asked about our Jarl and his family. Went to Udaldric's old family home. Yonder on the hill.
Thanks. Farewell.
Indeed. Okay. All of this looks very, like... I don't know why the entire game involves me running after these people and trying to find them later on. It's like, oh, he seems to be lost. Alright, I'll just go running around. Like, seriously, how much of the game involves me running after lost children, lost women, lost monsters, lost horses, lost noblemen, lost... I mean... Are you deaf as well as blind? I told you she's up there, past the moon, up the thing. Thank you for the follow, the Turlin. Hello, goat. Well, fine. I'll do it the boring way. Goats can do it, so can I. Hut, 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 hut. Lead me up the mountain path, goat. Thank you. Thank you, goat. Oh. Me? Well, okay, maybe... No, I'm just saying, I'm just kind of like, man. Oh. I feel like in a world where monsters like this existed, I just wouldn't... I feel like I wouldn't, have a place this abandoned. Like, look, this is 100% a trap. Like, I mean, just 100%. Noticed.
Fresh footprints. Could be Ceres's.
Rando goat.
Ceres. Passed out. Gotta get her out of here.
No, this is gonna be bad.
What happened? Where am I? Oh, my head. Pain's just awful.
Got hit with something heavy.
Geralt? Why are you here?
Came to look for you. Croc's worried. Taking you home.
I won't go until I help Udalric.
Is there always have to be like little phrases?
Where's the sword? I've got to go back.
You're not going anywhere. I carried you out of there a moment ago, half dead.
I have to.
You have to tell me what's going on. Why'd you go in there?
I wanted to help Udalric.
Sure, he was acting strangely, but I don't see how your stroll through a haunted house will help him.
It would have if I'd only found the sword.
So what's this sword all about?
It's Brokvar, the ancestral sword of Udalric's clan. I needed to lift the curse that holds Udalric.
A curse?
Long story. Years ago, Udalric and his little brother butted heads over the sword. As custom has it, the clan's sword should go to the firstborn son, Udalric. But his father gave Brokvar to his little brother, Aki.
Serious insult in these lands.
Serious enough for Udalric to break a sacred law here in Skellige. He openly questioned his father's decision.
Guessing the old Jarl couldn't let it pass.
They chained Udalric to a pile, up to his waist in the sea. Spent 3 days like that. When his punishment ended, he and Aki sailed out to fish.
Got a feeling this trip didn't end happily.
Your feeling's right. There was an accident.
Fredo!
A storm broke out and Aki fell overboard.
You should have been cared.
Had
You
his
should have
hands
cared.
full with the sails.
Yeah, sure, that's what
Didn't
happened.
hear his brother until it was too late.
Yeah, sure.
Didn't hear, or didn't want to hear.
Some folk on the Isle had the same doubt, but none would mention it aloud.
What do you think? Did Udalric kill Aki?
I don't want to jump to any conclusions. But I do think whatever happened at sea that day, well, it's affecting Udalric right now. Powerfully so.
Right now?
And it could have something to do with that sword.
What did you plan to do with the sword?
I thought Aki's ghost would want it back.
The brother's ghost?
Long as I remember, folk have said Udalric's the chosen one. The one the gods speak to. I believed it once. But now, considering certain things, I think he's just haunted. And it's his dead brother that's haunting him.
Daring theory. Not breaking any of your laws just by thinking it.
Don't care. I don't believe it's the gods talking. Have you seen him? He's covered in scars.
Thought he earned those in battle.
If you call the strife in his heart and head a battle, I've asked him about it. He said the voices command him to hurt himself for the glory of the gods.
I mean,
I
she has
think
scars
not.
too.
It's not the gods, it's Aki.
So you believe Aki's getting his revenge, because Udalric let him die?
I've talked to Yort. He swears Udalric didn't start hearing voices till after Aki's death. And I don't think Yort's mistaken. He knew both those boys from the cradle.
Unless Yort
I
did
think
this.
we've to give Brokvar to Aki, and he'll leave Udalric alone.
Not a bad idea, on condition it's a ghost we're dealing with. But something doesn't add up.
What's that?
Aki drowned at sea, said so yourself. But the ghost haunts this house.
Aki and Udalric both lived here. Maybe that's why. Thanks for your help, Geralt. But I've got to get the sword.
Out of the question. I'll get it.
Really? Thanks. So I can go see Udalric?
No chance. You're weak. Might pass out again along the way. Wait here, we'll go together.
Okay. I bet that this is what's his face? Hrolf or Run or whatever the heck his name is. The heck is his name? Not that. Hjort. No, it's Hjort. Okay. That's a good thing to keep there. Key required. Okay. A key somewhere. Yep. Okay. It's always creepy, this special, the enhanced sound. That sounds bad. Yep.
What is this about?
It's gonna be bad.
find the sword?
I found it. Let's go.
After you, then. You and my dad, you were mates once, right?
Hope we still are.
But, well, I heard you fell out over something. Or someone.
Talking about that story with Yennefer? Long time ago, that. In fact, that was before Croc met the woman who'd be your mother.
But you and Yennefer had already met?
Things were never cut and dried with Yen.
What is it about her? What is it that draws you?
Dunno.
It's a unicorn.
Maybe, it's because I've never chosen comfort and ease. The calm and the quiet.
Maybe it's because stuffed unicorns. Although I'm more a Triss guy, personally.
May your axe never crumble.
Could you tell
It's really close, this haunted house.
Heimdall watches over Clan Tyrsa, the blood of kings.
Where's Yennefer?
Don't know. Why do you ask?
I just wonder why she let you come here alone.
Listen.
What do you mean, let me?
Nothing. Not a thing. Just got the impression she doesn't like to let you out of her sight. Look, there they are.
Horridly bright out here. Stings the eyes.
The fresh air will do you good.
The gods won't be pleased.
Jarl, our guests, remember.
What happened to your hand?
I sacrificed it to the gods.
Forgive him, Jarl. Geralt's got more to learn about our customs. We're close to the gods in Skellige, and the chummier you are, the greater the offering you make. It's our belief that the greatest thing a man can offer is his pain, his suffering, the pure sacrifice.
To hear the gods is a gift, not a sacrifice.
These voices you hear.
The gods, their voices.
More likely this is somehow related to your dead brother.
I told Geralt of Aki. We concluded that...
That the gods are angry at you, yet he's the reason. That's why you have to apologize to Aki himself.
I didn't want to. Aki fell in the water. The gods will be angry.
Angry you want to make peace with your brother? Are the gods of Skellige that cruel?
They are that just.
Justice demands you return to the dead what is rightly theirs.
There you go. What?
What would you have me do?
Remember where Aki fell in the water?
Near the Isle's eastern end, by the mouth of the bay. Current had swept us towards Ullula's Needle.
It's a dangerous spot. Treacherous eddies swallow a handful of sailors each year.
We need to sail there. Aki's ghost won't rest until Brokvar's returned to his remains.
No. No. The gods, they'll be angry. I feel it.
Fear not, Jarl. The gods love you, and they loved Aki. Surely they want this.
Well, maybe I can sail there. The sword should be returned. That's what matters. Makes no difference by whose hand. What do I look for? Did Aki have anything that'll help me recognize him? Something he was wearing that could survive all this time underwater?
Aye. Our clan ring.
That ought to be enough. I'm off.
That ought to be enough? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, time to go get two brothers set off on the right course. Time to go make peace with brothers. Now the question is, can I get this away from the dock and do so safely? Hey, first try. I like that effect of the drops on the camera.
Must be the place.
Hello? Here, jerkweed. Come on. Suck it. All right. All right, smart people. Yeah, I got some sword problems also. All right, I got to repair. I have to repair this thing, so. Wait. No, that's wrong. What? Damn it. No, no, no. What the hell was the thing? Is that the one? That's the one. I was like, wait. Okay. Do better than that. Okay. Good. Need to make sure our weapons are in tip-top shape, people. Okay.
Can't help wondering what that accomplished, if anything. Time to see Udalric.
Guess we'll find out. Can I loot you from here? That's not. Alright. Excuse me, Siren. That's another example where, I mean, I do have crossbows and I've used that to shoot down sirens before, but having Igni just makes such a difference, honestly. So, big fan. Alright. Whoa. That sounded bad. Bow takes damage, can actually sink. Oh.
Why'd you do it?
Drink last night too?
What is this?
Udalric. The voice has commanded him to poke out his eye.
What? Why do you do it?
Such was the will of the gods. A sacrifice for Aki.
What did the gods want? Exactly. Do you remember? What did they tell you?
They were angry. A voice said, "You vile wretch, you didn't help Aki, and now you failed to sail out to beg his forgiveness. Poke out your eye, suffer, and regret the evil you've wrought."
When did the gods speak to you? Right after I left?
This is garbage. The
Shortly
druid is
after.
doing this.
Sleep came over me, so I lay down. 'Twas then they revealed their will to me.
The druid is doing this.
You always asleep when they speak to you?
Always.
What do you see then? Do they try to summon you anywhere specific?
My old home.
Dizzy.
They command me to light torches, then speak from the shadows.
The gods speak from the shadows, you said. Is that why you don't allow any lights in here?
In my dreams, at times I see their form when the
Yep,
torches
there's
burn
a long
bright.
play.
To see the gods is a great honor. Maybe with more light in your house, you'd see them when you're awake as well.
Lesser men are unworthy. They cannot gaze upon their faces.
The gods ever show you their form, or are they always just a shadow?
Once, I steeled myself, gathered my courage, and in my dream made my torch burn bright. I saw a hazy figure sitting in shadow then.
The gods always demand you offer them your suffering?
Only that pleases them, so they ask for more and more.
I returned the sword, but nothing's changed. It's not his brother's ghost that haunts him, tortures him.
What's wrong with him?
Can we talk somewhere in private?
The guest room. Come.
It's the druid. Huh. That's cool.
Well, know what it is?
It's a Heim, a post-conjunction creature. Very rare and very dangerous.
Oh, okay.
It latches on to men who commit vile deeds. It feeds on their pain for years, fueling their guilty conscience. In the end, Heims force their victims to mutilate themselves.
Sounds unpleasant. Any way to defeat it?
Two methods that work. In theory. They say a Heim can be tricked. You have to pretend to do something horrible. Then it'll move on to you as its new victim. When it realizes it's been tricked, it'll be forced to leave.
Great. Let's try it.
Don't know anyone who's pulled it off.
Maybe no one's thought up a trick that was good enough. What's this other way?
Witcher's bestiaries say you have to spend a night in the Heim's lair with the affected individual.
The haunted house, you mean? It's hardly cozy, but I wager you slept in worse conditions.
It's not about sleeping. You've got to draw the Heim out. It has to emerge from the shadows, show itself. Can't hurt it otherwise.
And it's sure to give as good as it gets.
You've seen Udalric. It won't be an easy fight.
I know you're doubtful, but we should at least try to find a way to trick the Heim.
Might not be as simple as it seems. Besides, neither method's perfect.
What do you mean?
The Heim's a demon, and demons are notoriously hard to fool. Plus, the trickster can't know it's a trick.
What?
The Heim attacks those who have a guilty conscience, truly believe they committed a foul deed.
This is interesting.
The Heim strengthens their regret and feeds on it. Meaning, if the new host doesn't feel true sorrow, the Heim will sense that.
Yes. So, for this to work, if either of us has an idea, we can't tell the other one about it.
Exactly.
And what about the other method?
Udalric might not survive an entire night in the Heim's lair.
You think the Heim... would it try to kill Udalric?
No, that would mean losing its host. But Udalric could just... expire. He's weak, and the house will summon painful memories. Whereas to the Heim, that'll be an opportunity. The more pain the Heim causes Udalric, the stronger it'll grow.
That sounds
and the
great.
more dangerous it will be to you. Both methods seem risky, but I still think we should try the trick.
Don't know that I'm convinced.
Just please don't tell me you have to consult Yennefer on such things as well. If we fail to think of anything, we can always try the Witcher's way.
What is it with you and Yennefer? Mentioned her several times already.
Nothing. I've just noticed that you're often of one mind.
Saying I'm henpecked.
Not that you're especially different. Seems to happen to all men. Take a rowdy Skelliger, a brave knight, or a tough witcher. You all end up wrapped around some woman's finger.
Uh-huh. So to prove you wrong, I gotta do what you say now?
As long as my name is not Yennefer, no one will call you henpecked for that. And remember, if we can't think of a good trick, we can still do it your way.
Fine, let's try to trick the Heim.
Good decision.
Haunted house, the Heim's lair. Only place where anything like this could work.
After you, then.
No reason to delay.
Interesting. Aha, yeah. Level 23, baby. Alright. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Don't go running off by yourself, please. I have got to level myself up, lady. Okay. Points available 1. Alright. So, let's take a look. How maxed are we? Ah, yes. Okay. Alright, so we've got 5 out of 5. Okay. Right, so I think what we were doing, and this is Ard, so you can see that Ard also has some of this stuff as well. I don't like the Magic Trap one. Quen works pretty well. Oh, it was Axii. I always get that mixed up. Okay. Let's see. There we go. He's a maniac, maniac. Okay. Pyromaniac, good. So... Okay. Increases the chance to apply burning. Right. Okay, good. That's 3 out of 3, right? 1 out of 5. Okay. There's a certain point where apparently burning just can't be stopped. Apparently. I said relax, lady. Good gravy. Right, I'm not sure how this trick is going to work, but we'll see. Oh, actually, This gives me a moment to say hi, everybody. Welcome, Goglings, to episode 211 of Pen and Pixels. I'm your host, Arvin Elleron. This is a show where we focus on story and narrative in games, so a lot of RPGs and things like that, and we do this every Tuesday from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern. If you like what you see here, please make sure to follow us on GOG.com, and I will be here for about another hour or so, and then we'll be giving way to Mr. Blackheart, who will be going on to some more of The Messenger, and you should hang out with him. I'll be actually back on my channel in a few hours playing some Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, which is a very different kind of game than what we get from The Witcher 3. But right now it's time for
Solid craftsmanship. Fitter must have been from the continent.
Just take that platter. Objection. Ooh, the crib.
An old cradle. Must have belonged to Udalric or Aki.
Geralt!
The baby. Oops.
Geralt, come! Think I've got an idea!
Come up with anything?
Yes, I have a plan. One that just might work.
That's good too.
Can I get any details?
You've got to wait for me here. I won't be long.
Just gonna bring the baby.
Anything else?
Said yourself, you can't know the details. So no, nothing else. You simply gotta trust me.
Hope you know what you're doing.
So do I. So, can we start?
I'm ready.
All right, I'll be back soon. In the meantime, get a fire going in the oven.
I know what she's gonna do.
Over there! She's running to the old house! Grab her!
Take him. You must put him in the oven. Trust me.
Take care not to hurt the child. Give me the babe.
In the oven. Throw him in the oven.
It's not the real baby. Yep. Oh boy.
Why?
Part of the plan. Yep. Called it.
Aki.
Oh, he named his kid Aki.
The Witcher committed no crime. You'll find neither despair nor guilt here. Only shock and relief. You've been tricked. You must go.
Suck it, Heim. That's an awesome looking creature. Nice. That was cool.
It's over.
Over?
We tricked the Heim. It thought I'd killed your child, abandoned you to haunt me, feed on my conscience.
But when it saw the babe was whole, unharmed, it had to go. You're free, Jarl.
Free?
The Heim's gone, so are the voices that tortured you. Let's get out of here.
I was really worried for a minute he was going to turn around and, like, throw the baby
happening?
in the oven anyway.
My head's spinning. I'm spinning in a maelstrom.
Geralt, you said it was over.
That's just fatigue. In time, his mind will return to normal.
What? What will I do now?
You're disoriented, but don't worry, it'll pass.
I feel as if someone's torn something from me.
They have.
That's normal. The Heim was a parasite. Bonds between parasites and hosts can be strong. That's why you feel empty now. Give it a few days, weeks, you'll be fine.
Thank you. I think. Farewell.
Makes you wonder, right?
I'll go with him. He seems confused.
Good idea. Then what? What are your plans?
I'll stay a few days, make sure he's healthy. And you? Gonna stay on Speaker Rock?
Don't know yet. Gotta gather my thoughts.
I'm sure Yennefer must be growing impatient.
Thought we already discussed that.
We did. Farewell, Witcher. Favorable winds and following seas to you.
To you too. So long.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how we do it, people. Good stuff. 37 experience points. What? Alright. I had a feeling she's not going to do then, like, kill him for no reason, so I'm glad that I did that. New quest. Alright, hold on a second. What is all this? Oh, the King's Gambit. With Geralt's help, both Halmer and Cerys had defied death and won glory, greatly improving their chances in the race for Skellige's throne. Crach decided the news was an excellent excuse to host a great feast, during which skalds would sing the praises of the young Uncrates, and tables laden with mead and meat would sway those islanders who were still undecided, convincing them to support this generous and powerful family. Geralt was also invited to the celebration, where he was to receive a token of Crach's gratitude. Well, listen. If it's that gratitude, then I ought to do that. And then once that's done, then finally I can go back to the normal, to my main quest. That's what we can do in the end. That was kind of fun. I love how these little side quests have some similarities to them, of course. But they're just these little mini stories that I find are very, very well executed. Not unlike the books themselves, where I think they're very well executed just in their sort of simplicity and kind of clarity of theme, which is enjoyable. And also, of course, Igni. You know how it is, right? Is that definitely the same guy? That's funny. That's worse than Trendane playing like 90% of the voices in Beyond Sky. Just kidding. Well, yeah, because they figure they get like some guy who can do that accent. They're like, all right, you did 7 million of these, right? So...
I could have married a continental man.
That's funny. Bulgroof.
Watch yourself, Mike.
What? Tell me I can't save my game right now? Yes, I can. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to have you save here. Save must be placed here.
Master Geralt. A guard spotted you from the tower. They sent me to open the gate.
Why was it closed? Is that famous Skellige hospitality?
Nay, 'tis tradition. After the feast, the Jarls will choose the king, so the doors must remain closed. Only the sons and daughters of Skellige may stay in the castle.
This is a trap. Oh yeah, Chris. Yeah, I've never, I don't know. Something about Rockstar and I don't click. I've never, Grand Theft I was never big into, and Red Dead Redemption I just found really not interesting. I don't know. I just kind of bounced off it. I'm with you on that for sure.
Crach make an exception just for me?
All know what you did for Cerys and Hjalmar. Today, you're one of us.
One of us?
Come. Crach awaits.
Crach. That's a crock of crap.
How's the mood in there?
Calm. Too calm.
How's that?
We've an adage here at Skellige. At a good feast, mead and blood flow in equal measure. Surely you consider this barbaric on the continent, no?
Not sure. Sounds preferable to dull banquets garnished with court intrigue.
Yeah. Horses, I hear you. This is so much a trap.
I've as much right to it as you do.
And I'd expect you to support me, not pinch my allies. If an uncrate's to wear the crown, it
should be you, because you've got fur growing on your chin, that it?
Show some of your own, and the Jarls just might listen to you.
Want your mug smacked?
Remember, I was left standing last time we crossed fists.
Yeah? So you'll fight the Vilcards with me? Wonder who'll do better, you or Hjalmar the Giant Slayer?
Oh, stop your shite boasting.
Stay a while and listen.
Cerys! Hey! Ah, damn it!
Bad way to play it out.
Think I don't know that? But you saw her, she's so...
Stubborn, fierce, mule-headed, refuses to listen to anyone.
Exactly! True, Arnvald.
Look at that freaking wolf.
Cerys. Well, they're twins in that regard.
Don't see Crach. He talking to the
Oh,
no,
not at all.
Chambers.
That's fine.
To prepare your promised reward, no doubt.
If you've a spell witcher, perhaps you'd fancy some fisticuffs with the Vilcards. Loosen up your joints after your journey.
Maybe later.
Drink last night too.
Friends we show heart.
Wolf, what's up, Wolf?
Where are these goblins from? A temple to the eternal fire. Last night saw the dad and the dragon's horn. So the continent and a temple.
She's like, okay, how is that? You're not knocking over the plate. How? What? She's a hover dancer. Look at that. She's not knocking off anything. She's not burning her foot on the candle. She's. It's impressive. I don't know.
They like this. You hear the black
Green screen.
Yet one.
Greetings, Berna. Feast not to your liking?
This is no feast. It's a farmer's market where votes are bought and sold like sheepskins.
Svanrig is not gonna vie for support.
Bran's son will not haggle for a crown that is his by right.
Far as I know, crown goes to the claimant who gains the most votes.
That is the tradition, but not all traditions are good. The Isle's care should be entrusted to a single family.
Take it you have a specific family in mind.
Of course. Bran was the best king Skellige's seen in centuries. The throne should pass on to Svanrige, his true-born son, and then on to his sons.
What's wrong with voting for your king?
Take a walk. Listen and you'll understand. The claimants already hand out land, promise privileges, titles, favourable judgments. They behave like whores lifting their skirts for every passerby. A king by the grace of votes is no ruler, but a debtor. This must end. We must start by placing Bran's firstborn son on the throne. I hope the Jarls will see the wisdom of it.
Nope.
Leaving Caer Trolda?
Tomorrow at daybreak. Enjoy yourself, Master Geralt.
May I?
You must, even. Come! I've been waiting for you. So,
Serious armor.
feast to your liking? Any better than your continental balls?
Definitely more to drink.
Ah, there is. Rolled all of it out of my cellars.
I'd buy it more if it wasn't always being told from the perspective of one family that would stand to benefit from it.
Spirit that burns the mouth like boiling water. Clan on Crate knows the meaning of hospitality.
Saw you talking to Berna. What about?
Politics. After all, naught else interests her. Wench tried to convince me that we must honor Bran's memory. And to that aim, I'm to command my offspring to withdraw from the race for the crown. Support Svanrigger instead.
Why do I think you turned her down?
You put it mildly. I showed her the door.
Yeah.
Feeling torn between Hjalmar and Cerys?
You mean, do I have a favorite? Nay. They're as different as fire and water. But on Crate blood flows in both.
That's funny, Coven. Whoops.
Promised me a reward.
No, I
for
was
helping your
pressing
children.
2.
And I aim to keep
Damn it.
my word.
I was pressing
Here.
2.
This bauble's been in the family for generations.
Trying to press 2.
I give it to you for helping ensure the line endures.
Whoa.
Beautiful craftsmanship. Thanks.
I'm the one. Hear that? Damn it. Yalmar's probably started another row.
That's not Hjalmar. Let's go.
Uh-oh. Trap. Yep. Whoa! Whoa! What the? What the hell? However, I do want to point out. Telling you, I knew this was a trap. No, because that's her right here. Oh, you mean the first lady?
Cloth! Give me some cloth! Gotta stop the bleeding! Quick!
Take my cloak.
Yeah.
Hold on, son. You'll pull through.
No, because she was fighting the other one.
Albion!
He's dead.
Crack! Where'd those bears come from, huh? Answer! Now!
Careful how you speak to my dad.
Stow your blade, pup, or Crack will lose a son too!
You insult me, Lugos, and now you threaten my son. I will not stand for this.
Easy.
Then come here! Come on! Put you down like a rabid dog!
Calm down. Calm down. Enough blood's been spilt. Someone brought these beasts here to murder our sons and brothers. We cannot restore their lives. But we can. We must avenge them. This burden falls upon the host and his offspring.
Find the guilty on Crete. Find and kill them. Else your clan will be cursed for 100 generations to come.
Must have been the what's-her-face that left.
Anybody see how the bears got in?
Don't matter. I know where to find the guilty already.
Wait! Are you mad? You're gonna kill folk before we've learned what happened.
Learn all you want. Meantime, I'll go wash the shame off our clan.
Hey, the Jarls aren't listening anymore. Stop playing the hero and think for a second.
Our honor's at stake, sis. I can't wait.
Are you listening to me? Someone let those bears in. We must know who, and the answer lies somewhere in this room.
True.
You're right, Ceres. I'll help you.
Thanks.
Fine. See you when I return with the traitors' heads.
I'll stay here. Someone must see to everything. Summon the healer, hand the fallen over to their families. Wolf, I thank you.
Man, what a mess. Also, the most predictable thing in the world.
Ever see anything like that?
No, and I hope I never will again.
Where'd the bears come from? We were all laughing, eating, drinking. Suddenly, a massacre. Torrents of blood on the walls.
What happened before the massacre?
Yep.
Be precise.
Young Lucas bet he could empty a barrel of beer in one go. He climbed on the table, grabbed a pony keg of Cintron wheat, and started chugging. His throat bulged like a blowfish. Face went red, but he kept drinking. Folks started banging their tankards on the table, shouted, "Lugos, Lugos." Then, from the other side of the room, we heard this roar. We turned in unison as if a coxswain had called. They were there. They were already there. Folks closest to the bears didn't even manage to draw their weapons. They were ripped to shreds.
We'll avenge them, I promise. Know who died?
Drogadar.
Yeah.
Drakeborn Du. Blue Boy Lugos. Yalborn. Ottrig. Take some time, mention them all.
But you could name the claimants to the throne who survived in one breath. You, Hjalmar, and Svanrige.
What are you saying?
Nothing, just yet. We've talked enough. Let's look around.
Let me know what you find. I'll speak to the others. Maybe someone saw more
It's
than
interesting
I
they give
did.
you two choices. One's more like detective-oriented. One, I assume, is more action-oriented. Interesting stuff. Again, all of these quests... Tell me... Yes, I can save it. All these quests are really, really interesting ones. Okay. So...
Pull yourself together, Cinna. How'd they get in?
Fang marks, claw marks, broken bones. Hard to say what exactly killed him.
What exactly killed him was a massive bear.
All right. What do we have here?
Ridiculous sized bear.
Bear's head, but the tongue's short, like a human's.
Yep, werebear. I think you're onto something,
Mouth
Coven.
smells of honey liqueur. Mead. And something else. Something earthy.
They were
Bears
transformed.
like honey. Before it's fermented. Strange. Something under the fur. A tattoo. Shape of a bear paw. Old scar. Looks like it was sutured. Half man, half bear. Something like a lycanthrope. No
Half
full
man.
moon, so something else caused the transformation.
Yep.
Maybe something he ate or drank.
Half moon.
Mead. Mead with an earthy aroma. Need to check the horns, tankards, and bowls.
Half man, half bear. All awesome. Yes, I can save it. Stop saying that. There we go.
All the horns are empty. Ottrig. Shit, no more than a kid. Earthy A scent from the bear's maw. Something towards mushrooms. Bowls empty, but the scent's in the air. Coming from somewhere else in this room. So many wounds. No wonder Hjalborn bled to death.
Okay. Yes.
Here. Mead spiked with some kind of mushroom. And human blood.
This is why you don't drink,
Ceres,
people.
Come here.
A guard saw what happened. Those weren't bears. They were...
Men who transform into bears.
Uh-huh. Berserkers.
Berserkers?
The Skald's name for warriors who change into animals in the midst of battle. Stuff of fairy tales, legends. But it seems to make sense, right?
Mm-hmm. Almost. We were at a feast, not on a battlefield. Think I know what caused them to transform. The mead they drank. Smell this. Mead spiked with blood. And something else. Thinking it could be a mushroom, but I don't recognize the type.
Hjort might help us. Few druids know herbs better.
Can't hurt to try.
Unless Hjort's in on it.
A disgrace. The cat we've not seen since the Red Funeral. Fewer died then. Another Jarl's son of...
Freyr, our mother, may the sea swallow the traitors. Freyr,
Everyone
our
did it.
Lady.
Mind if I interrupt?
Already have? What is it?
Someone spiked one of the mead barrels with blood and something else. An herb or a mushroom. Sarah said...
Give me the horn. I know the smell. A mushroom. Mardrome.
Ceres wasn't lying. You know your fungi.
I do. Especially those which affect the mind, soothe it, summon waking dreams. Odalric suffered for years. I tried to help him in various ways, initially with prayer, then with poppy milk.
We need
But he's done with that now, right?
It's not that simple. But we'll wean him off it yet.
Mardrome related in any way to berserkers?
Aye. But only in the tales told to children as they're put to sleep on cold winter nights. Warriors who ate Mardrome were said to transform into beasts when consumed by battle rage. But as I said, it's only...
Only a legend, I know. Still, I find it easier to believe than some story about bears appearing out of nowhere. Mardrome. Never heard of it.
You've another name for it on the continent. Silasib, I believe.
All right. Peasants eat it to soothe pain.
Udalric tried it too, but only a few times. In larger doses, the mushroom causes visions, nightmares.
Or it turns you into a bear.
Yes. The last thing Udalric needed more of. Thanks for your help. Blood and Mardrome. The taste of human flesh and a substance that triggers visions.
Exactly.
That well could have caused the rage. Maybe even the transformation.
Maybe. Hard to believe someone spiked the mead here in the hall, though, in front of all those witnesses.
You're right. I helped prepare for the feast. I'd have noticed. It might have happened before they brought the drink upstairs. In the cellars, maybe.
Unless she's
Come
in on it.
We could find some clues there.
Damn it.
We must find the traitors quickly. Elsewise, the warriors will take matters into their own hands. Castle's abuzz already.
Think they'd attack Croc openly?
My father or each other. All in the finest Skellige tradition. Haven't had a good civil war in
Yeah, it
ages.
does make you wonder.
Knew there'd be trouble. It was all too calm.
Funny. Arnvold said the same. For a feast to be any good, mead's gotta flow, but so does blood.
I'd say he got his wish.
Maybe he's the wild one.
I really hope Hjalmar's doing something useful, not just looking for a fight.
Relax. Your brother's impetuous, not stupid.
I don't know, I think
We
he's
keep
kind
the
of stupid.
poison at the cellar's other end, down below. Come, I'll show you.
You keep the poison in with the wine barrels? Okay, here's...
Ugh! The stench! Is that vodka?
The Hackerman spirit.
Right behind
Someone
you.
ruined several barrels of the finest. Blood and mushrooms. Think we can find out where this barrel came from? Looks different. What the?
Ah.
Shit.
The spirit! There's another exit behind the barrels, but they're too heavy. We'll never move them.
Don't intend to. Come on.
Come on, you stupid... Is there...
Leave that! We must flee this place!
the freak... What? I don't understand at all. What are they talking about? I have no idea what they're talking about. I have no idea what it was just asking me to do. I couldn't interact with it. I couldn't hit it. Igni didn't do anything to it.
There's another exit behind the barrels, but they're too heavy. We'll never move them.
Don't intend to.
There we go.
God, we might have been burned alive.
Somebody's damn desperate to bring our investigation to a quick end. There's a secret passage.
One rarely used, more like. When Hjalmar and I were little, we played bygone days.
Well, before we talk any further, let's just make sure that we, let's make sure we use that ability point we just got, lady. What? It's not letting me save, so.
When I get my hands on that pyromaniac.
Let's think. They had to use the entrance we used. Maybe they left some prints behind.
Maybe. When the door slammed shut and the fire broke out, did you hear a bottle shatter too?
No, but I've no Witcher senses at my disposal. You must hear the hair growing on my head.
I try not to eavesdrop. Anyway, entrance is worth checking. Come on.
Okay. There we go.
Someone walked through the mead.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Up we go.
Trail breaks off. Need to find another clue nearby. Something else to follow. Must have felt his clothing rip, but was in a hurry.
What's this?
Piece of cloth.
Oh, that's cool, Coven.
It can't be.
What is it?
Arnvald's tunic. Only he wears this kind.
Sure about that?
Saw him in the main hall with the servants. Let's go.
Guess that'd be more dramatic if I knew who the hell Arnvald is. Okay, wait a second. Let's take a look at these people, shall we? Heim, some men have got good reason to fear their own shadows. Svargamid on Skellige Druid. Monsters most commonly claim innocence as their victims. Tardy merchants. Exactly, Kilgore. Tardy merchants, reckless children, and travelers who wander into dark woodlands out of misplaced curiosity. None of the above need fear Heims, however. These wraiths only latch on to particularly despicable individuals who have committed some unspeakable crime. To all others, they remain completely invisible. When they do show themselves to the one they torment, they appear as a tall, shadow-clad humanoid silhouette with long, sharp claws. Okay. But what I really wanted to talk to was... His purview included not only stocking the larders and cellars of Caer Troida, but also seeing to the needs of the keep's inhabitants, as well as the guests that visited it during feasts and other important ceremonies. That is why his betrayal could not have come as a greater surprise. When caught, Arnvald confessed to his role in the murderous conspiracy, revealing his patron as well as his long-seething hatred for Clan O'Crate. Might want to wait until we've actually talked to him before you give us all that information.
Grab a horse, we'll chase him down.
Arnvald! Stop, damn it!
Doubt he'll listen.
When I get my hands on him...
You don't stand a chance.
We'll see about that!
Back here, jerkweed.
Come on, Roach.
Got him!
Ha!
Why'd you betray them? Talk, or I'll finish what I started.
No An-Craite should ever sit on Skellige's throne. I know you better than others do. You're hot-headed, irresponsible. Skellige needs stability, a strong king. Not the kind a band of drunken jarls will choose.
Curious. Never heard you voice that idea. But I do know one who never stops saying it. It's Berna Bran, isn't it? You were
Called
never
it.
a good liar, Arnvald.
What was her motive?
It's obvious. She schemed this up to get
Yeah, I
rid
mean,
of
I
the
assumed
other
it was her
claimants.
from the beginning.
Slander our clan in the process. If she succeeded, Svanrige would have been left, the only claimant to Skellige's throne.
We need proof. Your word against Berna's, that's not enough.
Arnvald, help us, and I'll ask my dad to grant you an honorable death. I'll insist.
Wow, what a
I've
great
letters
deal.
from her. Instructions. How to poison the mead. But she never signed them. There's no seal.
Will that be enough?
It'll have to be. We shouldn't delay. Time to gather the Jarls.
Yeah, as if they were volunteers for that mission, I guess, right, Kevin?
I've assembled the Jarls in council as you demanded, Ceres An-Craite. You claim to know who's behind the slaughter at Caer Troida. Speak then. The blood of Skellige's sons and daughters. Whose hands does it stain?
Berna Bran's.
The lass is mad. Do you think anyone will believe you?
You had them serve poison mead to the berserkers.
I beg your pardon. The servants of Caer Troida are not mine to command. 'Twas your father who called for the feast, who assembled the guests.
There's reason in these words.
Have you any proof to confirm your accusation?
I've better. I've a witness. Arnvald.
Yeah, like maybe Arnvald set it up with her to get the throne.
Cerys speaks true. Bernard commanded me to poison the maid. When Cerys and the Witcher descended into the cellars.
Who betrayed us? The clan that took you in?
Good man. He's a servant to Ancrate, a lackey. He will say what they command him to say. He would lie for them even were he to pay for it with his head.
Bernard speaks true. Arnvald has served at Caer Trolder ever since I remember. Loyally, like a dog.
I can vouch for Cerys. She's telling the truth.
You? Yet another Ancrate lackey? Did Cerys entice you to cooperate? I can imagine how. Or has Crack paid you to smear my name?
What did you say? Calm yourselves.
After what I saw on Speaker Rock, I trust the Witcher. More than I do you.
You've that right. But it's no proof of my guilt.
Got one more piece of evidence.
A letter from Bernard to Arnvald, instructing him how to spike the mead.
It lacks my signature. It lacks my seal.
But perfume soaked through the parchment. A very strong scent.
Yeah, I don't know.
Still to be sensed.
Is this your proof, lass? Is this what you call evidence of my supposed treason? Don't make me laugh.
Berna's right, Cerys. 'Tis all precious little proof of her wrongdoing. Alas, your brother Hjalmar also has not presented anything that could clear
You
your
suck,
family's
Hjalmar.
name. We've but one path left to us. Holger, Lugos, it's time we quit this damn castle. Come, we must decide what punishment Clan Ancrate will face.
You're making a big mistake.
Silence, wanderer.
Wait! Mother, you bade me to leave the hall before the feast. Why?
Son, not now.
Why did you do it? How did you know? How? You stand silent. You gave Cerys no credence. Gave the Witcher no credence.
Unless he
But
set
you
it up
must give credence
with
to
Cerys.
a son who accuses his own mother. The massacre was her doing. She shamed herself, me, the family, the clan.
Svanrika, I did it for you.
Oh.
Only for you.
I guess it's got to be her.
You admit
Then
to
Coven.
this deed. As the eldest of the Jarls, I cleanse the name of Clan Ancrate, and you,
Thank you,
Berna
Clum
Bran,
46.
I sentence to death. You will be chained to a rock to perish of hunger and thirst, and sea fowl will peck apart your remains.
It's all of them. It's a big conspiracy. Well. Fun times in Skellige.
Berna had a lust for power, I knew this.
It's true.
But so strong as to commit such a crime.
What about Svanrika? What's his fate?
He'll lose his home, his name, his honor. He'll choose exile. Or death. But enough. Whatever comes, we must endure. I thank you, Geralt. Again.
No need.
I tricked King.
Again.
I'll not take any more of this modesty. This is a land of heroes. Let this remind you of that. And now, I must ride for Gedinath, for the Jarl's Council. Time to pick a king.
What do you think? Who'll get the nod?
Come with me, see for yourself. All may listen to our deliberations.
I do have a horse in the race. Can't refuse, to be honest.
Death
As I
from
thought.
above.
Well, let's go.
Interesting. I still want to check this sword that he gave me like 25 minutes ago, but I've been too busy trying to like play Sherlock Holmes on this, you know, on this tape. There it is. What?
We're just in time.
They've already started.
Yeah, I thought about that too, Black Belt.
Long ago, we gave
Also
King
historically
Ron
accurate
to the
though, Marinda.
sea. Today, our mourning ends. Today, by the grace of the gods and the clans, a new ruler takes the crown.
Sarah.
Let us swear her fealty.
I know some would see another in my place. I thank those who stood at my side. Here.
Absolutely,
beneath the
Marinda.
sacred
If it was
oak,
from their own
I
clan,
pledge to
absolutely.
be a good
What's up,
queen to
Grainwell?
the ones and the others. I want peace.
Not
and
not a
prosperity
gentle
for
time.
Bain and Skellige. And I count on you to help me fulfill that dream.
Cerys! 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 Cerys!
This competition is more rigged than ECAG winning a raffle. Am I right? No, she's always the best one. No, but Geralt wouldn't do that though. Unless you just mean that he figured it out later on, I suppose it's possible. But then why would the mom admit it? Why would she say, I did it for you? I don't understand.
Looks to me you're near bursting with pride.
If only you knew, Wolf.
Maybe.
Tell me, what other Jarl can boast children like mine?
Oh, I gotta check that sword.
Shame their mother didn't live to see this.
Cerys will make a good queen. Maybe she can finally unite the clans.
Let's hope. And if not, she'll always have me and Yalma. If the need arises, we'll take up arms for her.
Okay, I want to check this sword. Okay. Ooh, death from above, a new crossbow. Hell yes, look at this. 11 to 13 damage, 145% attack power. No, wait a minute. Is this not as good? What? God damn it. Adrenaline point gain. Oh, man. Less power, more adrenaline point gain, but more experience. Interesting. Is that what it is? I'm actually looking... I may just try using this just because. Okay. What was the... What was the blade that they gave us? Wasn't that. Was that the one? What's the name of the blade that they give you? Yeah, it's what's his face, Crake, or Crack, or Croak, or Craith. The guy that we were just talking to, although I don't completely remember his name. The Blade of Selling? No, I mean, what is it called? Seriously. Didn't have a chance to see it before I was immediately on this journey of Sherlock Holmesism. Not that I'm complaining.
Congratulations. You'll make a great queen.
Thank you. Wouldn't be here if it weren't for you.
What's the new Queen of Skellige planning?
To listen, learn, and listen again. Then we'll see.
Winter's Blade, okay.
Good plan.
I must unite the clans. I'd rather avoid war, but if Nilfgaard aims to attack, we must repel them together.
Drummond folk might be a problem. I saw Lugos during the ceremony. Furious, to say the least.
There's always been strife between our clans.
Steel
I
sword,
must
okay.
try and talk to him. Just might bring him around.
Keep my fingers crossed. Farewell.
Okay. Winter's Blade, huh? Whoops, wait, no. That's the... Where the hell's the steel sword? It's not even listed here. Ornate sword. Is that just one of the ornate swords? It looks like I never even got it. Yeah, but I mean, like, where is it though? Scroll on weapon tab. Oh, yeah, there we go. Thank you. Although... Still don't see it. It's all the way at the bottom. Maribor, Novigrad, Arthrad, Mastercrafted Silver Sword, Blade from Bits, Daystar, Disclair, Fate, Azure Wrath, Griffin Silver Sword. You get it late game? Because he said he gave me the sword already. Yeah, he said, here's your sword. So I don't really care. I just was kind of like, what the hell? What's the deal?
You alright?
So. Anyway you cut it, I was bested by a wench.
Not just any wench.
Not just any
Aye,
wench.
true. Suppose if it had to be so, I'm glad it was Sarah.
Shouldn't you clean up?
Not even a little proud of her? Come on, admit it.
Oh, I see.
A bit, aye. She's the blood of me blood, bone of me bone. But don't tell her I said so. Liable to puff out her chest. Which would do her good now I think of it. We showed Lugos. That's most important. Did you see that rage grip him? I thought he'd burst.
Yeah, surprised to see him in that much of a huff, actually.
Our clans have been butting heads, chests, bellies forever. It's the lay of the land.
Farewell.
Take care, Hjalmar.
All right. So, great success. And that means that next time when we play, we are done with the secondary quests for now, and that means next time we will be moving into Echoes of the Past. And that means we are going to be meeting Yennefer at the site of the Magic Cataclysm as time continues. But this was super productive, folks. We got a lot of stuff done today. Finished up a lot of these Skellige side quests and everything, and it was good stuff. It is her brother. That was good. Huge fan. I was a huge fan. Absolutely. That's basically what he said, which is a little troubling, but that's basically what he said. Yes. Although wait, did I jump out too early? Is Blackheart not here yet? Now The Witcher 3 is synced with GOG Galaxy Cloud. So that's cool. So I managed to do So we got that taken care of. So that means now we can actually pick up the main quest line. But I mean, I'm not complaining because I actually enjoyed doing the Hjalmar and Ciri's quests and kind of getting, working that stuff out. Again, like really good pacing on a lot of these quests too, where they kind of give you some ideas, things to work through, have you play through different stuff, and then you feel like you're ready to kind of go on to the next step, whatever that is when you're finally ready for that moment. So I think they do a good job with that. So I dug it. There is the man. Witcher 3 is so good. Yeah, definitely digging it. I'm glad to have gotten back into it. And yes, main quest. So that means next week on this very show at 4 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday the 11th, we will be back here and we will be getting back into the main quest in the search for Ciri. Ciri must be found one way or the other. But I want to thank everyone for being here. You lovely folks are awesome. Thank you all for being here and for checking out everything today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if so, I hope you will consider following us here on GOG. I hope you will consider subbing to us here on GOG, as several of you did. And I hope you will consider clicking through and checking out all of our individual channels as well to sub to us and follow us and do all that cool stuff also. Now you should stick around for Blackheart, who in 5 minutes is going to be back at you with more of The Messenger. I will be, by the way, on my channel here in a few hours. Back on my channel playing some Apollo Justice. I'm like, what? Apollo Justice Ace Attorney with my amazing voiceover team. So you can watch, watch Mr. Blackheart kick some ass in The Messenger, and then you can come check out as I point at the screen and go, hold it, a lot, which is the way it goes. Otherwise, I'll be back here next Tuesday, as I say, 4 p.m. for episode 212 of Pen and Pixels, when I'll be continuing with more of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It's good times. I hope everyone enjoyed themselves, and thanks very much. I will see all of you lovely people soon, and until next time, everyone hang in there, be good to each other, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Sun is here.